Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you for tuning into the podcast. No guests this week, just your two favorite brothers that you know and love. But what more could you ask for, really? We talk about some pretty good stuff in this episode. Some very interesting topics, and we got a good Who Would Win of the Week, so you guys will like that. And of course, this episode comes to you in affiliation with Instacart. Instacart is the best way to get groceries and all sorts of other products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door. They'll pick out the freshest produce for you and even keep your eggs safe. 4th of July is in a few days, and you know the grocery stores are going to be packed. Okay? Why not avoid all that and get on Instacart? Okay? What's even better is all you have to do, go to the link that's in our show notes, click on that, and Two in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $35 or more. So be sure to check that out and enjoy the episode. Beautiful.
Everybody's getting the clap.
No, everybody's doing the clap. Everybody's doing
getting the clap.
No, everybody's doing the clap.
Getting the clap.
It's the new dance sensation. No, everybody's doing the clap.
They're getting it, yeah.
But they're not getting it.
How are we doing today, Andy?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying. Now I'm moving all my wires.
They're doing the clap and they're getting the clap.
All right, I don't know. We'll have to work out that ad campaign for the new dance sensation that's sweeping the nation. It's got all the kids jiving and thriving,
getting the clap
and getting the clap. Good God.
Yeah. You know, coming at you not live. We're never live. Well, we're live. We're never live to our listeners.
No, we'll do that at some point.
On a Monday today, though, little early recording action. You guys won't hear this for a few days, but because Andrew's a big boy with a big boy job and all that good stuff, or something like that, we're recording a little early this week. But we're gonna battle through. I think we'll be okay. I don't think you guys will even notice. But who knows what could happen in the next day and a half based on
I know. They'd be like,
the way that the world's been going.
Yeah. Why didn't
How did you guys not talk about that?
Yeah.
Because we didn't know.
Nope.
Idiots.
Gosh. This is finally when the aliens show up.
Yeah, we don't even get to be
show early.
Yeah, that sucks.
Man.
Fuck you. I'm dealing with a Seinfeld attack right now on the feet.
Little cat action going on.
Yeah, it's the second I hit that record button, he finds his way down here.
Well, he's such a slut for the camera. That cat.
Yeah.
He loves the publicity.
Yeah. As long as he's not getting the clap, I don't really care what he does.
Well, everybody's getting the clap.
I know everybody's getting it, but as long as... Yeah, I guess. What have you been up to?
Nothing. Just like you said, working at my big boy job. Getting ready to go. Getting excited for 4th of July because that's coming up, and I actually have off on 4th of July, which is great. That's it's gonna be weird. Have you heard about like this fireworks epidemic?
Well, yes and no. I mean, I've kind of seen some stuff about it.
Yeah.
About like how there's just so many people using fireworks, and I agree. Every night around here. Every single night,
really?
Fireworks going off like crazy, yeah.
Yeah, it started like about a month ago, maybe even a little more here in Rochester. And just this week, first time a couple days ago, it finally made its way out of the city to where I am. The people have been lighting off fireworks. And then like night before last, I woke up in like the very middle of the night. And I thought that it was because they were shooting off fireworks, but it was a thunderstorm, which is people are cool with, I guess. I guess because you can't.
Well, I heard that
you can't call the cops on a thunderstorm. I'm sure many Karens have tried in the past, but
yeah, at least one. Hey, you can't use the word Karen. That's actually an offensive term now. We'll get canceled.
Oh Jesus, that's great.
Yeah, you can't
I'd like to
say
speak
that.
to the manager of Lightning, please. Yeah,
I heard that. Cuomo, Govy C, Andy Cuomo. I heard that he's setting up like patrols to like monitor like the borders of the state so that people can't be bringing more fireworks in, which is horseshit.
It's just
like that's just an asshole move.
It's just because people got started so early this year with the fireworks. It's just been going.
Because they've been all teamed up and they want to.
A
lot of stuff going on. People are showing their patriotism. What are
in
you
all
gonna do?
different ways. But yeah, they're saying. I mean, he just said even today he was like, state troopers. We got to send them in. We got to take care of these fireworks and stuff. And I don't know what to tell you. Wear earplugs, maybe. I don't have a problem with people lighting off fireworks. It kind of makes me laugh just because they are illegal in this state. I'm like, I don't know. I just think it's kind of funny. People doing stuff cracks me up.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's stupid that you're not allowed to light them off. I could see us not selling them, but if you're going out of your way to go and buying them from another state and you bring them back and you want to shoot them off, then more power to you. I was in South Carolina. I was in Myrtle Beach one time for the South Carolina Country Music Festival. And it's right on the beach, and you stay in all those hotels that are right on the beach, so you walk down the beach on your way home from the festival. And so we're walking down the beach, and some people were lighting off fireworks on the beach. So we kind of stopped to watch the fireworks. So there's 3 of us standing there watching these fireworks. And, the people that lit them and ran, but we wanted to stay and watch them. So we're standing there watching them. And the cops roll up, and they rolled up on us. They're like, you guys, are you, telling us we can't light? We're like, dude, we were just watching them. We didn't even light those fireworks off. But we probably did look definitely guilty of doing it.
You guys,
I don't know what to tell them.
Your group looks like the kind of group that would just be lighting off fireworks.
It was me, Metzler, and Rosin.
Oh, yeah. That's a firework crew. That's yep.
Yeah.
I would have locked you guys down right on the spot.
But we weren't even doing anything,
Yep. You're hiding them.
You're hiding them. It's only. I feel like it's only Monday. It's been a long week. I'm tired.
That's the way it goes.
I don't know. That's
just
fucked. Yeah. So we kind of we're talking about this beforehand, but I figured we'd save it to get into it. The hunt for an apartment.
Yeah.
During the coronavirus is one that has been very interesting, and it's not as fun hunting for apartments as as people make it out to seem. Oh, you're moving into a new apartment. That sounds so cool. But finding the apartment is the worst thing
Whoever
ever.
says that has never moved in there.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It sucks ass looking for an apartment. I hate it. Have you gone into... I know you and Zoe were kind of looking too. Did you tour any? Or?
Yeah, we toured one. So, dude, just today. So Zoe's working on the night shift. And, I don't have to work till 11:30. So we got to try and, So I'm basically getting up for work when she's coming home, going to bed. So we got to try and work something out for when we can see places. So there was this one spot, and they were still doing virtual tours. So I was like, okay, that sounds good. We'll do it at 10 a.m. That's kind of the perfect time for both of us. Zoe, they have to stay awake for a little while, but whatever. So we had it all set up, and they're sending me email confirmations and stuff. And they're like, okay, tomorrow at 10 o'clock, somebody will call you, and then you guys will get all set up to go. 10:15 rolls around, nobody fucking calls us. So I'm like, Zoe, just go to bed. Fuck these guys. We don't have to deal with this. Just whatever. I don't want to see this place this badly. You got to go to bed. So I don't know what. I mean, if anybody does that, I don't really want to live in their building anyways. But I'm just saying. I don't know. I mean, that's like
Have you heard back from him since then?
No, nothing. Zero contact all day.
Classic.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
So but that's one of those things that that's such a new discomfort, such a new obstacle, such a new irritation that people have never had to deal with before.
To have to do virtual tours? I haven't done any virtual tours. I've looked at 3 apartments, I think 3, all in person, and I have yet to find the one. It's not easy, and I don't really like it. I wish that there was just a website where somebody I don't even know. I just want somebody to give me an apartment.
Apartments.
Here, this one's yours.
Assign you an apartment, government style.
Assign
housing?
me one, but that they know I'll
like.
like.
A fascist
that they know
state?
I'll like.
What?
Here, this is perfect for you.
I bet.
This is exactly what you're looking for.
Celebrities probably have that, but also you gotta. I mean, it takes a lot. You gotta.
I don't want to pay
maybe that's what a real estate agent does.
I think that is what a real estate agent does. But I don't want to pay them. I just want somebody to do it for me. I don't know.
What are you talking about, Matthew?
I don't know. You know, when I started that thought, it didn't dawn on me until it also dawned on you. Like, wait a second. Like, that's what a real estate agent
like
is.
I think
that's exactly what they do.
I think that is a real estate agent.
Yeah.
I've never had any dealings with the real estate agencies.
I have not either.
But I feel like.
But I think some real estate agents.
I feel like most of their jobs
sometimes you have to like reach out to
right?
real estate agents. No, real estate agents like you reach out to them like, hey, like, and they like are already in charge of like specific properties. You know what I mean? Hey, I want to see this property that you own. Yeah, but I don't want.
That's exactly correct.
No, but what if I don't like that property? I want one of those people. I want to go on like beachfront bargain hunters, but for just 2-bedroom apartments in West New York. And they'll show me all different options in one day, and then I have to pick that day.
We could do something like that, but I think it'd be a terrible show. We could do something like that.
No, it'd be horrible. There'd be nothing interesting about it.
Yeah.
Nobody's got shot outside this house in 2 weeks. Good neighborhood. Sign me up.
Not bad. It's some of the windows are actually made of glass and not cardboard, so
that's not bad.
That's going to bump up the price a little, but I think we can get them to come down. I think we can negotiate and get them to come down a little bit. I got no problem.
I know. I've just been. With that. I had a busy weekend too. I don't even know what I did.
Yeah.
But I know I did a lot of stuff.
So did you check out a couple apartments though?
Yeah, we've looked at 3 and it's just it's all asshole. They all suck.
Man,
I hate it. I mean, the ones were okay. It's just like it's hard to find what you're looking for on the internet. You know what I mean? I feel like there's just so much stuff, and it's hard to weed through it all. And then you see one, and then you tour it, and you're like, yeah, this is actually not at all what I thought it was going to be like. I just wasted half a day planning around this apartment tour, and it's not. I'm never even going to think about moving into this one. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's been a little irritating. But
that's why it's so important to see these places in person, though, and actually walk up to them. Like, we went and checked out this place, and, you know, it's stuff that, you know, you don't even necessarily think about. Like, the hallways in this joint are so small that we're going to have to, like, cut a couch in half to get it into the apartment. Like, stuff like that, right? Okay.
I've never cut a couch in half, but I've cut my friends' walls. I've cut my friends' walls out to get couches into rooms before.
I mean, it's a solution. It's a good solution. It's a quick solution, I guess.
All right, what you got though?
I have this just occurred to me. I think the reason that people have these ideas about apartments and stuff, and that they don't think about some things that you really do need to consider beforehand before buying in. And I think that the reason that maybe, like, it's not a bad thing to have high expectations, but just the certain expectations that people do have, and the things that they're not considering, it's all because of the TV show Friends. Because
why do you say that?
The apartments in the show Friends, you've seen the show Friends, I'm sure.
I don't like it, but I've seen it.
Those apartments are gorgeous. And those people, for like the first couple seasons at the very least, they have terrible jobs. There's no way they can afford the apartment. And it doesn't matter how many people are living there, even though it's just like 2 and 2. There's no way they could afford those apartments, and especially working the jobs that they've got. And those hallways are big. That might sound stupid, but I'm just saying. Huge hallways. I'm just saying. That's how you know you're growing up.
Huge hallways.
Because huge hallways is such a big factor. But even like...
Yeah, you don't want small hallways.
When I was looking for an apartment at school, my buddies and I went and checked out this place, and we were, touring and stuff, and none of them had ever lived in anywhere except a dorm or their parents' house. So I go in there and I start like opening and shutting all the doors. I'm like checking the doors, and they're like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, I know this looks weird, but you got to think. You're going to be opening and shutting this door for at least a year, every single day of your life for a year, that plays a factor. I don't know. I know. Okay, you're looking at me like I'm crazy. Maybe I sound crazy.
Or you just fix the. Well, no, I get that, but I don't think a door like a squeaky door hinge would be what sets me off from not renting an apartment.
Okay,
I just fix
well,
the
that's the
fucking door
difference
hinge.
between you and me. Then I guess is those are the things that I'm like.
Yeah, I know. I
Then I'm
grew
like,
up with
"Ooh,
you.
that's not
you just,
good."
Yeah, I would just fix
No,
it.
I
You
mean-
would just just fix it, Andy. That's all it
the
is.
thing. Yeah, I got to be honest. Fixing it would not even occur to me. That's kind of the thing. Like, in this apartment, this is my biggest problem. This is my, that I have is in the apartment I'm living in now. When something's broken, and it like little things. When little things get broken, I'm like, oh, I'll just take care of that whenever. And Zoe's like, no, call the landlord and they have maintenance people that will take care of this. Like, that's what they're there for. Like, you have to call them and they'll do this. I'm like, yeah, but it's just like a drawer just fell off. Like, I can figure that out. I can screw some things back in. Like, I see what parts are broken.
Just some glue.
Oh,
You can't, though.
Yes, I could.
You can't.
Look, I get it.
Questionable.
I hear what you're saying, but
Yeah. I don't know. My previous apartment didn't really have much of a maintenance team. We would have like serious issues going on, and it would take days for them to come and like take a peek at it and be like, "Oh,
this
never
guy that I
fix it,
work
just
with,
leave."
he came in late one day, and we were like, "What's up? Are you good?" And he's like, "Yeah, man. There's a leak in my apartment, so I had to wait for the maintenance guy to show up." He's like, "Oh, so they get it fixed?" And he's like, "Nope. Here's what happened." He calls up the guy, or he sends him like 4 emails to his landlord, no response. So then he goes, "Okay. I mean, I haven't heard back from you. I'm going to have to notify the Better Business Bureau." 5 seconds later, obviously gets an email back. He's like, "Okay, I'm sending somebody over right there." So he's got he's got like a little bucket under the leak waiting for this guy to show up. So this dude knocks on the door. He goes, "Hey, I'm here to fix the leak. What's going on?" So he brings him into the bathroom, and he's like, "Oh, you got a bucket?" And the guy works like, "Yeah, I put a bucket under the leak just in the meantime." He's like, "Oh, so you're good to go?" He's like, "No, I'm not good to go. There's a leak. This bucket is not the solution to the problem."
If
He's
you
like,
got a bucket,
No, no, because you have a bucket, is what I'm telling you, right? So you're all set. So I can get out of here. I'll see you later. And I don't think he ever got it fixed. He's like, "I gotta fucking move." I'm like, "Yeah, you do." That same guy, he was late another day because he had to go buy a mini fridge. And we were like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Well, the refrigerator in my apartment broke." And so I called my landlord and I said, "Hey, can you fix this refrigerator, or a new one might have to get put in here?" And he's like, "No." That's it. He's like, "No, we're just gonna wait for somebody new to move in and complain about it, and then maybe we'll fix it for them." And the guy at work was just like, "I guess there's nothing I could do." So he had to go buy a mini fridge at Walmart. And that's his fridge
Jesus.
now. That's the fridge that he's got to use. Oh, it's rough.
He still hasn't moved out. Come on.
No,
Buddy's
because he's
gotta
still got
find a
his
new
lease going, man. You got to stick around at least for a while.
So does the fridge not work at
No.
all? Like, why does the landlord think it's okay to leave a broken fridge in there
Some people are just like that, Matthew.
and say he's waiting for somebody
Yeah.
new to move in? Like, if the guy's still got time on his lease, that's funny, I guess. I don't know.
It is funny, but it does suck.
I have like a 2-part story kind of that I wanted to bring
I
up
love
on
your
podcast
2-part
because
stories. I
it's
love
something that we
whenever you
kinda
say,
talked
"I
about.
got something to say in 2 parts." Because whenever you say 2 parts, you got to at least double it. It's usually 4 parts. It's usually, you say halves, it's usually quarters. And that's why I love doing the podcast with you.
Okay. Okay.
First quarter,
So-
here we go. Let's hop in. Put your starters in.
So we're not going to Boots and Hearts this year. I don't know if I've already
think you
talked about this on the
mentioned it,
podcast.
but
I don't
yeah,
remember. We're not
that's
going to
not-
Boots and Hearts this year. So we rented this big Airbnb. Did I bring
don't
this up
think so.
already?
You might have mentioned it, but you didn't tell
So
the
we
whole
rented
thing.
this really big Airbnb, like somewhere in PA, kind of in the outskirts. huge place, sleeps like 12 to 14 people. It's got like a backyard. It's got like a hot tub.
Wow.
It's got like a beach area.
It's
got a basketball court.
It's a sandbox.
It's really sick.
This is our beach area.
No, well, there's like a big. It is like pretty much a sandbox, but it's big and it's right up next to where they have their pond
Okay,
thing.
that's pretty cool.
So it's like homemade beach kind of, you know.
Yeah, no, that's a great.
So
Hey, throw a lot
I'm
of
going
Keystones
with
back right
it's
there.
me. It's me and 5 of my like closest friends, and then all of their girlfriends. But I don't have a girlfriend, so I have a plus. I have I have a +1 that I need to it's like, all right, who am I going to bring on this +1, right?
For free?
Because no. Yeah, but not you.
About?
It's not going to be you.
I'd be great. I would be great.
It's not going to be you. This is what I'm getting at. Okay, so that was kind of Airbnb, really nice. Everybody's bringing their girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
I have a +1. Don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
So now let me bring you back to, and this is for our listeners too. I thought it was a funny idea. We never really talked about it after I mentioned it once. Do you remember how we had a plan? We kind of talked about, what if we did like a segment of the podcast that was almost like Bachelor style, where I go on dates and then come talk about them on the podcast kind of thing. Do you remember this?
Yep.
Okay, so I don't think that's what I'm going to do, but I'm going to tell you we're kind of going to start it off. I think I'm going on a date on Wednesday.
Whoa!
And I haven't been on a date in a long time.
Yeah,
And it's going to be
like a real date?
Interesting. Like, I think I'm going on a date. I think I'm supposed to make dinner reservations. I don't really know.
Oh my God, Matthew! What the fuck? Have you ever had to do something like this in your entire life?
Yeah, I mean, a few times.
Okay.
Not often.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm doing that. And I don't really know where I was going with it, but yeah, I will not tell her that we have a podcast because I'm gonna talk about it on the podcast.
Okay.
So I prefer if she didn't hear it.
Okay, well that's up to you. I have no comment on that. That's whatever.
Why what are you gonna? So I don't know. I'm just saying. So now we're gonna be living a real life series of. The vacation is August 5th through 12th.
I love this. So you're
10th.
Okay, so you're basically like Mike and Dave need wedding dates scenario, where you're
I'm in a Mike and Dave need wedding dates scenario.
Yeah.
I'm looking
or
for
oh, my sister. Well, that is Mike and Dave need dates,
Yeah.
but like my friend's getting married in like 2 weeks, and I don't got no date. Like a real life version of that.
But here's the reason that. Yeah, but here's the reason that I think I decided, and this is actually, I forgot that this was when I thought in my head earlier, I have to bring this up on the podcast, this is why I wanted to do it. So, I met this girl last weekend.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Last Saturday.
Where at? You gotta give us something.
At like a gathering, a get-together.
Okay. Is she a friend of a friend, or
it's
what?
It's called friend of a friend's female friend.
Okay. Got it.
Met her just a little bit, chatted, whatever.
So was your friend like...
Talked a little bit throughout the week.
Was your friend like, this girl knows the girl that I know, and like pushing you like, hey, how about this one over here? Really?
Yeah, kind of.
Wow.
Okay, so let me break down the scenario.
Chop
You're
it up.
playing Stack Cup.
Okay, wow. First of all,
you know what Stack Cup is?
Yeah, I know Stack Cup. That's wow. That is just a man. If I had a nickel for how many relationships I had known that have gotten started via Stack Cup game, I mean, I wouldn't be living here.
So we're playing Stack Cup, and a bunch of people around the table, and this guy, a buddy of mine, who actually he might listen to the podcast. I don't know. We've chatted about it before, so I hope he doesn't. New rule: you're not allowed to show this to her either. Yeah. So he was there with his female friend, and his girl. We'll call it his girl. His girl brought a friend. so we're playing Stack Cup. Yeah, he kind of like pushed me a little bit, you know. So I like, all right, whatever, chatted, and then whatever, like we kind of met up on Friday for a little bit, and then Saturday she was like, all right, like we're going out, like we're going downtown. Do you want to come? Blah blah. So I'm like, I didn't want to, but I did it, and it was fun. And she drove, so she wasn't really drinking. So she drove me home from Buffalo, and I had a decent amount to drink. It was pretty late. It was probably like 4:15 in the morning, I would say, and I was starving. So we get back here, parents' house, mind you, and the reason that I decided like, yeah, like I think I do want to take this girl on a date is because I was drunk, and I said, yo, I'm gonna like if we go inside right now just for a second, I'm gonna whip us up some bologna and Dorito sandwiches. And not only did she eat it, but she didn't say it was like horrible or anything. And she was not drunk. And I was like, damn. Because I eat them sober, but I feel like most people wouldn't. And you lock that in right there.
That's a
See
keeper.
you Wednesday.
So I assume then that you are on Wednesday taking her to some fucking garbage plate restaurant or something. I have no idea.
No, guess what? Big Bar Matthew, you know, I've been working.
Oh, he's spending.
I think we're going to go Remington.
I knew it.
I knew
it. That is such a great spot to go, I feel like. Because that's so, you know, that's like a classy enough joint, but you can like dress more casually. It's like a young, although you got a lot of old people there, which is not a big deal. But it's like, you know, you just go there and like
people be vibing.
Yeah, I guess that's a way to put it. I don't know what that means exactly, but you know.
Something like
I'm
that.
not hip to all the lingo that the kids use, but I think that sounds right. I think that sounds right to me. So I bet, man. So going to the Remington for King Crab Night. Bring your own Doritos. That's the date.
That's Thursday.
Oh,
King Crab Night's Thursday. We're not going on a Thursday. I don't want.
Yeah, well, you know,
I would tempt myself too much.
Yeah, that's a thing. You don't. Well, that's a.
Come on. I work at a lumberyard, folks.
You go on King Crab Night. There's not really a neat way to eat crab if you got a Kraken.
Yeah,
stuff,
that's true.
You know, like you're getting sloppy.
Here's another question for you. I don't know the answer to this, and I didn't really want to ask our parents. So, like, if I call, do I got to call tomorrow and be like, hey, I need to make a reservation for Wednesday? Is that what I got to do? I haven't done that
you got to. Yeah,
probably, right?
You got to call. You should have called today, but you can call tomorrow.
I think I'll be all right if I call tomorrow. I mean, how juicy is this place going to be? I know it's going to be busy because it's always busy.
I don't know.
But come on, if they can't squeeze me in for a 7:30 Wednesday, on.
Listen, just if you call
Joe,
exactly,
I'll
ask
call
for Joe. And then maybe,
Joe.
But I don't know. You could be cutting it close. Because that's the thing. You definitely don't want to just show up. Like, you want Averett.
No, that sounds
if
miserable.
The wait is like an hour or whatever.
I don't think that I get embarrassed super easy, but shit like that, I would be embarrassed. If I showed up to a restaurant and they were like, oh, like, what's the reservation under? And you're like, oh, I didn't have one. And they were like, oh, sorry, we're booked. I'd be like, oh, it's no good.
Because you've got so much bank on that working out, right? Because that's like, where do we go after that?
Yeah, you need that.
Like, what's close by? Like, what, you know, that's okay to go to? And, like, is she going to like it there? Like, are you okay? Oh, man. The first date that I went on with my girlfriend, she didn't think it was a date. If you ask her, she'll say, that was a date. I say it was. We went to this restaurant that she picked.
Where was it, too?
What?
That's a date. That's a date.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
If you go to a restaurant, that's a date. I thought you were gonna say you did like some.
No. So we went to this restaurant, and then I didn't want the date to be over because I wanted to keep hanging out with her. And so I was like, why don't we go to
Classic.
Dee Dee's? So I was like, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm starting to sweat. I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, I just want to
Yeah,
want to
like,
spend as much time with this woman as humanly
Extend
possible
the time.
right now.
Fair.
Before she gets smart and decides to run away from me, which she hasn't yet. So, she's a drinker. So we pull up to Dee Dee's, and we get out of the car, and we're walking the door, and she goes, I'm not gonna get anything if we go in there. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I don't like ice cream. I don't want to get, like, I'll go in there with you, and like you can get something, and I'll sit with you, but I'm not gonna get any ice cream.
Don't tell me you went in and got ice cream.
Fuck no! I was like, well, what the fuck are we doing here? And we just got back in the car, and
See, I would have gone in and got ice cream.
you would have just gone in and got ice cream.
Probably. If I was in the mood for ice cream.
Matthew, that's the bad
What do you
move.
want
Do
me to
not
say?
do that tomorrow. Do not do that or on Wednesday. Don't do that on Wednesday.
No, well, actually, this episode's not dropping until post date, right?
Yeah, that's right. So it already happened.
Oh
Wow.
shit!
So
it already happened.
you're listening to this episode in a post Matthew date world. Oh, I'm so excited though. I can't wait. Man,
I'm not.
Do you think that?
I wouldn't say I'm. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Do you think that when you're going on this date, and I mean, you have interacted with this girl a little bit. It sounds like, she's nice or whatever.
Yeah.
So because of your sort of Mike and Dave situation, do you feel like when you go on this date on Wednesday that you're going to feel any sort of pressure that you're creating yourself to make this work just so that you have somebody to take on this thing?
No, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Bringing a few. Okay, here's a few. Okay.
Yeah, let's
Sorry,
bring it.
Mom,
There's two
but here's a
parts.
few
There's two
reasons.
parts to this.
Yeah. 4 parts. It's a quad. It's a quad.
It's a quad
part
parter.
story. All right, so no, because worst case scenario, I would be totally fine going alone, because if I am there for 5 days alone, I am going to be annihilated
Yeah.
for 5 straight days. Like, I will not sleep once. People will be pissed at me because they'll be like, Matt, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, go to bed. And I'll be like, nope, not doing it, because guess what? I'm here alone.
Yeah.
So I think that it benefits me greatly to bring a girl, because then, not that like I'm not going to still do that, like I'll still do
Right.
that, but I feel like if I do it alone, my friends' girlfriends are going to get pissed at me.
Yeah.
And I've had them pissed at me before, and that is not what I want on this vacation. But if I have a girl there, maybe, I don't know. I don't know how, something hopefully will, if I'm there alone, I feel like I think that it would keep me under control a little bit more. Maybe. Not saying I'm not going to still drink a lot. But I'm saying, like, then 3 a.m. comes around, and she's like, go to fucking sleep. Not that I'm going to say yes, but then eventually I might go to sleep. But I'm definitely not going to listen to somebody else when they tell me to go to sleep.
Okay.
That's my scenario.
Interesting. Interesting. What to say? What to say in response to that? I'm thinking.
Dude,
I don't know. But
could you imagine if for some reason she heard this?
I
would be embarrassed. I'd be really embarrassed.
She's like, listen, this guy, he pulls up
The
with
good thing is, though, she won't hear it. She won't hear it until
That's
after
true,
the date.
that's
So as long as the date goes well,
She's
it
like,
doesn't matter if she hears
she's like,
it.
this guy pulls up with no resi, and he's talking about like this on the podcast, on the world's greatest podcast. So I don't know about this fella.
Lord. Oh,
That's
Lord.
phenomenal. I like it. Yeah.
We're definitely going to have to fill in some people. I don't know. And actually, yeah. She got a dog. I like dogs.
What kind of dog?
Golden Retriever.
Really? That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a big dog. I don't know. I like dogs.
Yeah.
The only thing, but I don't like that they need to be walked. Like, I like how low maintenance a cat is. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we almost talked about this a little on the last
not
podcast.
Seinfeld.
Like,
I have to deal off the screen. I get my I hate this cat. I love him, but I hate him. He's the most annoying thing ever.
he's the
But a
best.
dog would be like, oh, dog, so squishy and lovey.
You could do that with the cat. It's the same. It's the same
I
thing.
do it with him sometimes, but then other times I just don't like him. See, I feel like it'd be nice. Like, oh, let me take my dog for a walk down by the river or some shit. If I had a dog.
Wherever people
what I would
walk
do.
dogs. And then you got to carry around.
Yeah.
How long is your walk? Because if the dog shits on the walk, then you got to carry around a little plastic bag full of the dog
No, I'm
shit
like one of
for
those.
the
I'm like
remainder
one of
your
those
walk.
California people that just let their dog shit everywhere, and I don't clean it up.
You have to clean it up, Matthew. You can't. That is the beginning of the downfall of society.
Yeah, I know. I would actually never do that, but I was just I was making a joke. Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
but I
saying.
mean, then you just yeet the bag of poop into the river.
Okay, you know what? That's a solution I think we can all get behind. That's something we can all go
Biodegradable bags with the poop, it'll be fine.
for. Do they make those?
I don't know.
I guess that's a good idea, but still, you probably.
They probably do.
Again, you get somebody. If somebody sees you pull that, you get somebody running up with their cell phone camera out, like this douchebag just threw it.
Karen!
Yep. Hey, I wasn't gonna say it because you established that it was a no word, but you get somebody with their fucking phone out, like this guy threw a bag of dog shit into a river.
No words.
It's like, what do you think that river's made out of at this point? All rivers are made out of dog shit. In the United States.
Yeah, 99, at least 99%.
How many other countries do you think have rivers that light on fire? Just combust.
A lot.
Really?
A lot. Cleveland.
I said countries, not cities.
Yeah, but I'm saying Cleveland does.
Yeah, I know. That's what.
But I'm saying, yeah, they got nasty. In India, you ever seen those rivers in India? Those things are nasty as hell.
Yeah, but they don't have like. Maybe some of them do.
Oh,
have, like,
they could
plastic
light
and
on
stuff
fire.
in
You
there,
could
though.
light that. You could light that on fire.
But you know what? I don't
guarantee
know
it.
what the combustible component is. Is if it's just shit, or feces, or if it's all kinds
Chemicals.
of all kinds of chemicals.
It's
and
like
stuff
pollution.
Like that. Man.
Yeah.
Speaking of just like countries and rivers and stuff, the Fiji rugby team. I was so glad when they put rugby in the Olympics because that's an awesome sport to watch. Rugby is excellent.
I like watching rugby.
And the Fiji Olympic team won the gold medal, and it was the only medal that Fiji has ever won in any event. And they've got the commentators going in like the semifinals or whatever, or even before that. This game Fiji was playing, and I knew Fiji was gonna win because they were like the all the starters on the team are from the same town, and in their town every day to go to school they would have to swim across a river, like a big river, every single day, there and back. And you think, and your parents are
Probably
talking about walking uphill both ways to school. Like these guys had
Probably
to
like
swim
dangerous
a
animals
river.
in that river too. I feel.
Oh,
like.
I mean, who knows? I mean, there's dangerous animals in just about every river, I have to imagine. River monsters. You got river monsters all over the place.
I've seen it. We should throw him in a Who Would Win of the Week one week. Jeremy Wade.
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be a great
Yeah, we have
Who
to
Would
find
Win.
somebody from the battle.
That's the thing.
Okay, go ahead.
No, that's it. That's
I was
it.
gonna say.
But we get a good one.
Now that we're on the topic of Who Would Win of the Week, should we just dive right? Because this one is gonna, I think, might take some time.
Sure. What a beautiful segue, Maddie. You're such a professional. That's why I like doing the podcast with you. 'Cause you got great segues.
Really nice, like the things that they ride around in malls, like the
segue, like a conversation segue, like moving from one point to another.
So like
or
one of the things that the police officers riding around the malls.
No,
okay,
Paul,
I got
Paul
Blart
Blart style.
Mall Cop.
Another good Who Would Win of the Week.
Yeah.
Paul Blart.
Who Would Win of the Week?
Jeremy Wade versus Paul Blart.
Versus
honorable mention
Paul Blart,
this week.
No, Paul Blart. No, ready? Paul Blart versus what's that show? Mike and Molly. That fat dude. He's a police officer.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
That would be a who's winning. Two fat police officers. Like, I guess. I don't know. Paul Bart's not really a cop, but he saved, like, the whole mall.
He did. He saved the mall, so he's an American hero.
All right, so honorable mention that. Who would win of the week this week? Big one for me. Mm-hmm. Has actually been stressing me out all day.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. Because that's how you know it's a good one.
It is Neil Caffrey from White Collar versus Sean Spencer from Psych.
Yeah. Now, if you're listening and you
I
don't
have a
know,
question about the who would win of the week, though.
Hold on. I just want to preface this by saying, if you don't know, these are two characters from two USA Network shows. Characters welcome. And listen, this is my first PSA I want to do here. Psych, White Collar, Monk, 3 USA shows. Look, quarantine has been happening. Obviously, all kinds of crazy shit is going on. It's important to take care of yourself, right? It's important, mental health, whatever. Everybody's talking about it. That's something. It's important to keep up with that when stuff like this is going on. These are 3 shows that are perfect for that. They're so easy to watch, and they're so, compelling in their own ways. Phenomenal. So if anybody out there is like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? USA Network shows? You have no idea what you're talking about.
I've actually watched all 3, even though I've seen all 3 many of time previously. I've watched all 3 during quarantine. Actually, I'm still watching White Collar, but goddamn, is it a good show? I'm literally watching it right now.
They're the perfect.
So,
they're
not
the perfect
physically watching it right now, but currently in the process.
Absolutely, absolutely. Especially Monk.
So I have
Shout
a
out
question,
to Tony Shalhoub.
and I don't know if you thought about this, but is this who would win of the week a fight, or is it like a crime solve off? Had you thought about that?
I did not think about that. Okay. So.
But the thing. Yeah, go ahead.
I was almost thinking of it as like. Wow, that's a great question. I think that it would have to be. In my mind, I was almost thinking of it as if Neil Caffrey were on the run, would Sean Spencer be able to solve whatever crime? But I think
but I feel like the show is more based on Neil Caffrey solving. I mean, he commits them too, but
and I think
like that aspect because that's what they have in common.
And for the sake of competition, that's a great. So now we have to establish what the crime is. It's a murder, probably. Well,
no, I think that it could be because Caffrey doesn't really do murders. I would say, but Sean's done Despero, like he does.
Yeah.
He finds treasures and shit sometimes. I think that it's like it's a white collar crime. And here's what I'll say. Maybe not. No.
Let's say this. Hold on. Let's say. How about this? Stolen vehicle.
No.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't sound.
Missing person.
Missing person. That's genius. Okay, missing person case.
Kidnapped person or missing. They might not be kidnapped. They might have ran away.
Yeah,
somebody can't be found.
We don't know. They're just missing folks.
2 different parties hire. One hires Neil Caffrey. One hires Sean Spencer. So to break it down for you, those of you who don't know, first of all, go watch the shows. They're unreal.
Yeah.
Neil Caffrey, one of the best white collar criminals of all time, eventually gets caught. Works as like a consultant or whatever now for the bureau,
the FBI,
the FBI in their white collar department. Sean Spencer, self-proclaimed psychic detective, consults with the Santa Barbara Police Department. So, boom, there it is, right there. There it is for you. What do you think, Andy?
Try to solve. Honestly, I only had to think about this for a few seconds. And I'm saying that Sean Spencer has got the solve. He takes it on this one. Wow. There's no doubt in my mind because his eye for detail. The thing about Neil Caffrey is he's seen so much. He's been so many different places and stuff. And obviously he also has a keen eye. Because of his art forgery background and stuff like that. But Sean is such a depth of knowledge, and you can't get anything past him. Anything, any movement, any, the tiniest thing in the corner of the room, he's spotting it, no matter what. And I would say let's talk about paintings for a second. Let's go into Neal Caffrey territory for a second. Neal Caffrey, you say to Neal, is this painting a forgery? He's like, okay, let me take a look. Let me take a look at it.
No,
Sean could tell from across a room. Sean could tell from across a room at the painting.
I'm just saying, I don't think that Neal Caffrey would have to. I think he could tell right away. Here's my thing. Is that I agree that if they both walked into a room, Sean might see something first and say, like, okay, that's important. I got to figure out why.
Mm-hmm.
It might take Neal a little longer to see that, but he wouldn't have to know why that's important. He would already know why that's important.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like whereas Sean, and I'm not saying that I this is not me picking a winner. I'm just looking at both sides of the argument.
Right.
I feel like that plays out and also, I mean, Sean's pretty good at weaseling his way into situations, but Neal Caffrey might be the smoothest man that's ever walked the face of the earth. He could walk his way into anywhere.
Okay, that's true. I think that Sean could do the same. I honestly think that Sean.
No, I do. I agree. No, that's what I said. I said Sean could do the same thing.
Right.
But
it's
I don't know.
It's different. But I think it's just as good
in very different ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. You're taking Sean, huh? My thing is, I don't know who I want to take because I don't want to, in my own brain, hurt either of their feelings because I really like them both.
Because those characters mean so much.
Two of my favorite TV characters.
Well, now you know how I would feel if Adrian Monk were involved. Second shout out of the episode to Tony Shalhoub. Hashtag it's Shalhoub ya boob. Greatest actor of the generation.
I think I don't want to get into Monk because you know how I feel about Monk, Sean Spencer.
Yeah.
So you're taking Sean, but you would take Monk over Sean, which means you have Neal Caffrey that much below Monk?
Okay, like I said, we're not going to get into this. All I'm saying, side note here, I think it's so funny that we're discussing these characters because I feel like most people would think these are shows for like their grandma, and your grandma probably does enjoy them. She doesn't enjoy them as much as watching Agent Jethro Gibbs on NCIS, wink wink, nudge nudge, but these are like shows for your grandma and stuff. Jethro. But I'm saying they're enjoyable for the whole family, and I think it's funny that we're talking about them like this. Anyways, again, we're not going to get into Monk. All I'm going to say is nobody beats him. That's the end of that. We don't have to dive any deeper.
But how can I not rebuttal after you say that? How can I not rebuttal and just say that I fucking disagree with every bone in my body?
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Now we're good. We'll move on.
Sean Spencer. Oh, I don't know. I think that...
Ooh. I want to ask you a question. I don't want to spoil
I have a question for you, too.
Shows. Okay, you go ahead.
Do they both have access to their sidekicks? Does Sean have Gus and does Neal have Maz?
That's a great point. No. This is solo. This is solo mission all the way.
See, I actually think that puts Neal in a better spot than Sean because Gus is a book of knowledge for Sean.
That's true. He is another, chapter.
Think about how many episodes of that show does Sean say, like, what is this drug? And Gus happens to be a pharmacist.
That's true. But
that's
again,
like 3 episodes in every season.
That's true. But again, a lot of Gus's knowledge. Well, I shouldn't even say that. You're absolutely right. He is a real depth of knowledge. But the thing with Neal and Maz, I feel like, is it's so beneficial for Neal to have him because
it's hard to run a one-man con.
True, that's very true. But also, and that's Neal's MO, which that's a great point. But it's so helpful for Neal to be able to send Maz on his own side mission to help with a case while Neal's focusing on other stuff, and then Maz is able to bring that info back for Neal. And Neil really
but usually what Maz is working on isn't related to what Peter's doing with the FBI. That cuts a lot of time down
for them. No, of course it's
usually
related.
What Maz... No, it's related to other shit. It's related to, like, people disappearing and stuff.
Right, okay.
Not like in this case, but I'm saying, like, aside from the crimes that they're solving.
Right, but I'm just saying, but if Neil were to use Maz in this instance, he would use him to do what I was just talking about.
Oh, right? Huge help.
Yeah,
I think that, okay, I guess you're right in the sense that if Neil's using Maz in this scenario, it's probably more of an advantage in this scenario than Sean using Gus. Yeah. But I think overall, 100%. Gus does way more for Sean than Maz does for Neil. You know what I mean? There's episodes of that show where Maz doesn't really get a sniff into what's going on. Whereas you would never, ever see an episode of Psych without Gus.
That's true. Man, that's I almost agree with you 100%. The only thing is, I feel like you said, with Neil sending Maz out to do things sort of unrelated to what Neil himself is focusing on, if Neil didn't have Maz doing that, there's no way, the way that his brain works, there's no way he'd be able to focus as much on the thing in front of him. You know?
Yeah. Oh, that's tough.
So I think that
I don't
for
know.
this missing persons case,
I think I have to agree with you. I think I have to go Sean Spencer.
Boom. I love to hear it. I can't believe that I actually got you to switch over. That's unbelievable.
No, you didn't make me switch.
Right,
I
got you to come around.
That was my first decision.
And see things my way.
I didn't know who I was going to take. I feel bad for Neil Caffrey because Neil Caffrey is so cool.
Yeah, he's cool, but that's not, I mean...
If I was going to pick between... I don't know. Side question. If you had to pick between two people, could you be Neil Caffrey or Sean Spencer? Who are you picking? You're picking Sean Spencer, aren't you? Yeah.
Oh, man. I mean, yeah, you know I am picking Sean Spencer because I love the pop culture references. And...
Yeah,
he's never been to prison. And also Sean Spencer, you know... I mean, once in a while, you know, he's got to deal with stuff with his dad. He's got to deal with stuff with the women in his life. That's true. But... you know, he's got a level of mental quickness that I'm very jealous of. And I'll tell you the truth. I do think that I am a pretty observant fella, but I would like to go to that next level. What, you don't think so?
I 100% disagree with that. You are not observant at all.
Directions to places? That's different. That's a whole different story.
I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about knowing your surroundings, like what's around you.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, look around your own apartment that you live in and tell me what's around. Like what? I'm telling you, you are not an observant person.
I think I am. I think I absolutely am. Listen, I
wish I could call Mom right now and say, Mom, do you think
I am an observant person?
She would laugh on the phone.
I am an observant person.
It's also Dad's birthday. Did you say happy birthday to Dad? I haven't seen him yet today, so I haven't. But I got him a present. Well, I got him a Father's Day birthday combined present.
That's like if your birthday lands on Christmas cop-out type deal.
Well, it was like a bottle of bourbon.
Oh, that is
a little
nice.
pricey for me, so I figured.
Well, hey, bring that up to your lady friend on Wednesday. Well, you know, I dropped a couple of bones on this bottle of bourbon. It's whatever for me.
I wrote
money.
I wrote on the bottle, like I put a little sticky note on the bottle that said Happy Father's Day and birthday, and he ripped it off. And I said, and when I saw him later that day, this was on Father's Day. I said, "Did you see the note?" And he said, "Yeah, I took it off because it doesn't count." And I said, "No, it counts."
That's phenomenal. I would have done the same thing. See, I would have noticed that note right away. I would have noticed that note.
The note was on right on the middle of the bottle. Of course, you're noticing the note.
I'm just saying I do think I am an observant person. I don't know directions very well. I shouldn't say that. I should say I don't know directions at all. But that's a completely different story. Okay.
I can't believe that you didn't get lost on your way to Dee Dee's on your and Zoe's first fake date.
I used GPS.
to get to Dee Dee's.
I wasn't. You don't know where we were. We were out. I mean, yes, I probably shouldn't have needed it, but
where? What restaurant were you at? Tell me right now.
We went to. She picked it, by the way. I just want you. She picked it. I would have not. It's a good restaurant. Although, I can't. Man, the more I think about this, the more I cannot believe that she has been with me for almost 5 years. We went to Mom's. When it was, it wasn't the original location. It was where Eddie J's used to be. Yeah, that place with that great roast beef. Right. It's on River Road if you're going towards Buff Ave.
Oh, like if you're going towards Grandma's house.
Yeah.
Like right before it intersects with?
Yeah, Grandma's old apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know where that is. It was like,
right
like kind of near Foley's.
Yeah.
Foley's is on Buff Ave, right on that corner.
Yeah, exactly. It's right down. It's right down that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's where you couldn't get back to Dee Dee's from?
Yes, Matthew. Okay. Look, This is a completely different thing. Okay. The reason.
I have a question.
Let me just say this. The reason that I am not good at directions, just so that everybody knows, is because when I was a kid, every time I got in the car, I would be reading, and I was not looking at the windows or paying attention to where we were going or how we got there. I would have been very easy to kidnap as a child. We're very lucky that did not happen. Okay? But that's why I'm so bad with directions, is because, I was a reader.
You love books. So you tried to spin zone that into something really good, but don't make it sound more than what it is. You just don't know where you are ever. I have a question. Can you even if you were at our house right now, could you drive back to your apartment in Rochester without using a GPS?
Let me think about that for a second.
Let me think
about that for a second.
Your lease is almost up. You've lived there for a year.
And how many times have I made the drive?
The only two things that you'd have to deal with.
I didn't say yes or no, dude. I said let me think about it for a second, okay? I have not said yes or no. Let me think about it.
There should be no
Let me think about it.
There should be no thought.
Just give me 1 second here while I think about this. Okay. To get from home to the apartment, or to get from my apartment to Mom and Dad's house?
I want you going from here to the apartment. I want both. Well,
I could definitely get from...
But I think here to the apartment would be more challenging.
Okay. I could definitely...
Yeah, no
shit. From the apartment to their house like that. It's so easy that I'm gonna say I could, but I will be honest. I'm only 95% sure. There's a 5% buffer. Okay. Listen,
5% window
if I'm
there.
being really, really honest, I'm only 90% sure. I added that 5 extra percent, so I didn't sound completely, out of my mind.
Better.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now 100%
incompetent, some may say. That's probably the word that a lot of people would use. Okay, that's fair.
But if I had to do it. I mean, you play out scenarios, like the grid goes down, you got to get back to that area. Like, would you know how to do it?
How are you doing it? Your phone dies.
Yeah,
how you
exactly.
Doing it?
And I could do that. Oh, hello.
Whoa.
Yeah, cat action coming in. Don't go up on that bookshelf.
What's that thing's name?
Fosse. Don't go up on that bookshelf.
Who the fuck named that cat?
I named the cat. I'll tell you why. Because this cat... this cat was not originally supposed to be our cat. Supposed to be...
Yeah, I know that. I think you've told that story
the cat kind of got...
But why is his name Foster?
It's short for foster. Like foster kid.
Oh.
It might be a little darker. It's a foster cat.
Yep, that's very unsensitive of you for those who may have been dumped in a home that they didn't want to live in when they were growing up.
Did not think about that in the naming process. Just trying to make a quick joke, and then it's stuck. So
you're gonna get canceled. You're fucking walking on thin ice, kid. You're gonna get canceled. That's all I'm saying.
That'd be great.
Is that what kind of cup is that? What kind of cup?
It's the Hulk.
Cup. So you ordered... Oh, no, you've had those. But those are like your cups that you keep in the cabinets, like you and Zoe. Like you use those cups?
Yeah. So
if you had guests over for dinner, would you have to put those cups out at the dinner table?
That would be. I would love that. So, I will say that. Look, for better or worse, Zoe has vetoed all of my decorating suggestions, except for one, which is so the one that she said yes to was we went to Ollie's because I wanted to get this TV stand there, and she didn't like it, and I had like these other ideas, and she didn't like them. So then I found these lamps, and I'll be honest, these lamps are ugly, and I love them. They're these small little bedside lamps, and they've got like all kinds of gibberish words written on them, and then these pictures, these big painted on pictures of peacocks. And I saw that, and I was like, I have to have that. I have to get that. So it's the lamps and the cups, and I think she's okay with the cups because they stay in the cabinet most of the time, and nobody has to look at them. So that's the way it goes, man. That's what life is like.
I don't want to know, but I am also slightly curious to what your other interior decorating ideas were that she said my best option is to just give them the lamps and not have to deal with it.
Well, you remember,
because the lamps sound pretty bad.
And I know they sound bad, and if you saw them, you would probably say, yeah, those are terrible. I love them. I think they're great. I think they have a lot of character, but I like weird shit like that. And I love those peacock lamps. I'm 100% here for the peacock lamps. The only thing that honestly I would do, and Zoe's dad, every time that they have come to the apartment, which has only been a couple times, but he's been like, what you guys are missing is a big old fathead sticker of Spider-Man up on the wall, so it looks like he's hanging down from the ceiling. And I'm like, yeah, I would do that in a second. Like, that would be great. Look, I know that's not necessarily reasonable, but I mean, look,
I think that's
like, yeah. Look, be totally honest with me. When I had my apartment in Florida, I lived there alone. I know that it was
awesome.
Wasn't it? Look, I know that the decorations.
It was like a museum. It was like a movie museum.
Yes, which is not the first time that people have said that to me. Like my bedroom growing up, when I would have friends over, my friends, they called it the museum because I had all kinds of stuff, and I organized it or whatever. But I mean, it's not just that. Like the way that things were placed on the walls and organized and stuff. Like, would you say that was solid? Perfectly honest with me. Like, that was, if you remember.
Yeah, I mean, I don't totally remember, but I remember being like, it looks cool. Yeah. Like, you had all those. I mean, it was cool shit, though.
Which is
true. I could have put it anywhere I want to say.
But that's definitely not like a cohabitational design for an apartment. You know what I mean?
No, that's an Andrew Bachelor pad.
Yeah,
right there.
Like that's like, that's like I almost feel bad using.
That's like what you would do with your basement when you're older.
Which,
you know what I mean?
Which is one of the things. Like I almost don't like the term man cave because it oftentimes sounds so sad to me. Like this, it sounds to me like
sexist.
Some middle-aged man who like just he's got a bunch of fucking kids that he doesn't like, and he's got to push all of his dreams into one tiny closet. But the biggest thing about like man caves and stuff or whatever is, and it's not like this for everybody obviously, but like you've probably been to people's houses where they have the bar in the basement, right?
Yeah.
They've got like a very nice wood bar, shelves behind it and everything, and they've got it in the basement. That's the worst.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. That's the worst thing. I would rather have no bar than a bar in a basement. Because if I have a bar in my house, I want it the way that Grandpa Canada's was, and I want it the way that our uncle's is.
Yeah,
that's the only way to do it. Because you have that because you want to have people over and you want to entertain them, and you're not gonna be like, let's all head to the basement, like you want, you want it to be right there, and you don't want people to have to walk downstairs to get to where the good times are, you know what I mean? And also, this might sound,
I think I would rather have an out, like a
yes, an outdoor thing, that'd be great. I would
rather have a back patio bar than an indoor bar.
Yes, I agree with that. For sure. But I like the indoor because you don't have to worry about weather, right? Ideally, you have both.
Yeah, but if you have like a permanent awning kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
You got some TVs under there, you got some outdoor speakers, nice little bar. Right.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But the bar...
Really pool, not too far away.
The bar on the first floor of the house, that's one of my... I'm going to get one of those for sure. That's I like that a lot.
Okay.
All
right.
And also, not to be this might sound inconsequential, but windows, natural light, it's a big thing. It's a big factor.
Yeah, natural light's big. I mean? No, I agree. That's why I like the outdoor. I don't know. I just like to be outside though. But I guess if you're gonna live somewhere where it's winter, but imagine you have that overlaying or the overlaying roof, like the permanent roof. Permanent awning, and you've got like some of those heaters and like a fire pit.
Yeah.
And you could still use that bar like on winter nights. That would be dope.
Yeah, I think you're right. That'd be great.
Sign me up.
Gorgeous.
Building one of those.
Yeah. That'd be really nice.
All right. Well, we've been going for a little over an hour. What do you think? You think it's that time or?
I suppose so. I think it's a good time to wrap up this week's episode.
Yeah. We got through a lot. We got through apartments. We got through dates.
I'm so excited.
Of the week. We got through.
I'm so excited to hear about how your date goes.
Yeah,
Matthew.
I'm not.
Oh my god. What do you mean you're not excited?
I think it's gonna be a really fun conversation. What I'm worried is that like sooner rather than later this comes up, and then she listens to this.
Well,
not that we said anything bad.
No, but she'll get it.
But I don't really want her listening to it.
If she's cool, she'll get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, she is.
I wouldn't worry about that.
But it's just, I don't know.
I hear you.
I think that, that next episode could be pretty funny.
Yeah, I think so. Will you tell us all what does she have a job? Like what does she do?
She went to school. She went to school. I know, but I don't know how much. She went to school to be an X-ray tech.
Okay.
But she hasn't taken her boards yet.
Wow.
So does not have a job as an X-ray tech yet.
Okay. That's all. We just So yeah.
Preparing to take the boards.
So if there's a lull in a conversation, just talk about that. I'm sure that'll.
I'm not worried about a lull in a conversation. I could talk forever.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know. The last time you experienced a lull in the conversation was probably when the fucking nurses were wiping you off right after you were born.
I got bored real quick. I was like, "Get me the fuck out of this place. I need to do something."
There you go.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know. And then we haven't talked about. Double Shot at Love in a while, but I must admit I'm actually behind, so I don't want to. That's why I was avoiding it today.
Last episode was
we'll catch up. We'll try to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll try to maybe hammer that out next weekend for those of you who were maybe trying to follow along, because we got really into it and then we didn't talk about it after the first episode.
I'm still ooh, man. If you're not watching that show,
no, we're obviously still into it.
You got to get on it.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Because it's crazy.
But I feel like a lot of our listeners might be idiots. No offense. But they just listen to us talk for an hour about absolutely fucking nothing.
Well, I mean, excuse me, Matthew, but I think they're pretty damn cool. I think they're the coolest people out there.
Yeah, we like them. We'll keep them around for a little while, huh?
Oh my God. Yeah. Great.
That was a joke.
Mm-hmm. God, that played terribly.
All right. I know. I'm tired. That's all I can come up with. It's been a long day.
That's all right.
But make sure you guys follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Check out the YouTube channel. Andrew's been pumping out content on the YouTube channel, doing an awesome job doing that. Listen to last week's episode. If you haven't yet, we had really good interview, it wasn't even an interview, it was conversation last week with the guys from the Conspiracy Podcast. Really funny episode if you didn't check that out. Mm-hmm. So do that. Yep. Andy, anything else for the listeners?
And you can still listen to that podcast as well out there. No, thank you for listening. Check us out. Oh, you know what? You know what would be really nice is tell your friends about the podcast. Which I was thinking about this.
Yeah, tell your friends.
Listeners.
Okay.
Look, if there's one thing you know about me, look, I can't condone this behavior, but you know me. I'm a little sneaky. So here's what I was thinking you could do if you want to share this with your friends instead of just being like, hey, listen to this. Because nobody, if you say, hey, listen to this to somebody, they're not going to listen to it. That's sure thing. So here's my little thing. Again, it's a little sneaky. You text your friend. You're like, hey, let's get, you and your friend are texting. They're like, hey, let's get lunch. You're like, okay, great. I'll pick you up. Play the podcast in the car, and then when they get in, be like, what is this? And be like, oh, just two in the cooler. It's whatever. And then bada bing, bada boom. That's how you do it. So trick your friends for us. That'd be a big help.
Smooth.
We'd really appreciate that if you tricked your friends and loved ones.
If you have multiple devices, just play it on all the devices at the same time.
Yeah, there you go.
You can do that too.
Yeah.
Listen to it like 4 times at once.
Yeah. But
or just don't listen at all. I don't know. It's really your choice.
Yeah. Do whatever you want. But thank you guys for listening.
All right, guys. Thanks.
We appreciate you.
Yep, we appreciate y'all.
Matthew, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
See ya.
Oh, my God. Jesus
Yo, you
Christ.
better not cut out that last
I'm not going to cut that out. I wish I could, but I'm not going to. Jesus. All right, let's get out of here.